All right, traders, we just had our best trading day as a team within September so far. In terms of what I ended up doing, I ended up trading my unique price action trading strategy that I teach on this channel. It did not have to do with my key levels that I mentioned in yesterday's video, but I ended up shorting the market and doing put options at the exact high at 9:32 a.m., making a $2,000 profit very, very quickly. And I'll be sharing with you that trading strategy towards the end of this video. But it does not stop there, because if you listened to the analysis into the trading plan that I posted yesterday and you took action, you should have had an amazing green day. Every single level that I gave out for call options ended up working. Take a look. Right here, I said, if SPY gaps up, I'm going to do call options at 425.88. As you can see, the SPY ended up opening up higher than it previously closed. This white line is the gap. That's where the previous closing price is. As soon as SPY hit the gap at 425.88, it had a very nice bounce for scalpers to make a very nice lucrative return all the way to $427. My key level got you in at the exact lows, and it works the first time it initially tested. And it does not stop there, because our next key level for calls was right here at $424. This is key support that has not been tested. It is going to try to bounce first. As you can see, when the SPY hit $424 right here, it ended up bouncing to $424.30. As soon as it hit, it had a bounce that worked out for scalpers. When those 424 calls went out of the money, they went straight back into the money. Same thing with 426. When the 426 gap went out of the money, it went straight back to the money. Right here, it dropped a little bit lower, 424 calls out of the money, and then it pumps even higher. 2 day trading opportunities, 3 day trading opportunities to buy calls at 424. Now, this is where it gets crazy. I gave you guys a day trading level. I'm a scalper, but if I see a level where you can day trade at or swing trade at, I'll give it to you and you can trade off that level. And my day trading level, where you can aim for a bigger win, which means you can hold your loss a little bit longer because you're aiming for a bigger win, you're holding it longer, right? You don't have to get out as quickly as a scalper, was right here, $423. Previous resistance that triggered a major bear trap once it ended up gapping above $423. This level has not been tested, and it should bounce first and is valued to be the best level for calls, along with our other level, which was the lower gap at 421.82. As you can see, the low of day was 422.30. Right between that day trading zone of 423 to 421.82 was literally the lows where you day trade and you hold for the bigger win and you scale in. G-Roar within the chat ended up buying and alerting call options towards that exact low, and he was scaling in and he held his winners, and he made over a 500% profit return on that. We had a member in the chat make over a 600% profit return on that. It is not accident that not only, if you go to our polls section, every single person is green, but it's record-breaking highs. We now have new all-time highs in the poll. The winter arc is coming. We will continue to crush it. With that being said, let's get straight into the analysis. I'm going to prepare you to trade the best setups at the best prices. I will give you the new trading plan. I hope you apply it, because I'm telling you, man, this stuff is creating wealth, this information. And not only did I give you those key levels, but I explained to you how I created those key levels, how I identified the potential, and the strategy that I was using within those key levels. I'm not just giving you levels, I'm showing you how I literally do it, which is something that I don't have to do. So if you want to actually learn, I would encourage you to go back and watch yesterday's video and see how well that ended up panning out today. So let's get straight into it. So this is going to be the game plan. Very, very simple. If the SPY ends up gapping down, we will be interested in buying call options at key support levels that have not been tested yet. So if the SPY gaps down, if the SPY goes bearish, what will be the levels where we are planning to buy call options? In terms of the levels where I'm planning to buy call options, if the SPY gaps down and if it goes super bearish, these will be my levels. 421.82, there's a gap to fill below. It is going to try to bounce there. My next level under that will be $424. That is very, very key support towards this previous closing price. This $420 level is very, very special. It is very, very key support, and it will likely react as a support level and bounce first. That is my game plan. If the SPY ends up gapping down, I will be looking at 421.82 and $420. In terms of the day trading level, it would be the lower level at $420. Now, if the SPY gaps up, it should be a super bullish day. Based off of what I've identified using the daily chart patterns, what I've done is to come up with this analysis is I simply looked at the daily candle, and in terms of what the daily candle is telling me, it is telling me there's going to be a good dip buying opportunity for calls at key levels that have not been tested, which I gave you if the SPY ends up gapping down. Now, if the SPY ends up gapping up and ends up going super bullish, my plan will be very, very simple. It will be the following. I will be looking to buy call options at the gap, which is going to be $426, $426.05. If the SPY is gapping up, if the SPY is going bullish, I will be planning to buy call options at $426.05. Now, in terms of a bonus level that you can keep an eye on call options for tomorrow is going to be towards the lows. Keep an eye on 422.30 as well in the 421.80 zone. That's where I'm interested in doing the call options if it goes super bearish. And if I get stopped out or if it works, then I'll just wait for the next level as well. And then I'll look to buy at 420. That's the game plan. Super, super simple. I gave you it. Now, I'm going to give you a quick price ladder. In terms of the price ladder, let's get into it. So what you need to understand about this price ladder is if one of those key levels reacts as a support level, then it's going to spike up to the next level. If one of those levels reacts as a resistance level, then it's going to spike down to the next level. And you're going to see in between the bracket, there's going to be bigger brackets. There's going to be wider zones, right? And that's how you can identify potential in a sense as well. So let's get into it. So in terms of the bracket, let's go over puts, right? So we're just going to focus on the short term. I have other levels in my other videos. This is just going to cover the short term. So $433 is a great level to short and go puts. 435.50 is another great level to short and go puts. So in terms of 435.50, this is key resistance that has not been tested yet. The next level below that is going to be 433, great level to do puts. The next level under that is going to be the gap. This is an amazing level to do put options and to go short. 432.30. Once this gap fills, even if it goes bullish, it's going to try to drop first. This is going to be a great scalping opportunity for put options and to go short, and it will likely be a great day trading opportunity for put options and to go short. So the day trading opportunity is going to be the higher level at 432.30. Also, 435.50 is another great day trading level. You can also scalp at the day trading levels. You do not have to day trade. You can just scalp if you'd like. Now, in terms of the next level under the 432.20 gap close reversal, it's going to be right here. It's going to be towards 429.50. 429.50 is key resistance where the SPY is likely going to drop first. The next level under 429.50 is going to be the following, 427.50. Me personally, I'm not too interested in trading at that level. I already did put options and went short at the market at the exact highs today doing that level. I'm not interested in trading it, so that will just be something that I'm just watching. Now, the next level below that is 426. If the SPY gaps up, this is where I want calls. If the SPY gaps down, I'm mainly just going to be looking to wait to buy calls at the key levels that I gave you, the oversold ones. Now, if we do gap down, there will likely be a good opportunity to short and buy puts towards open. That's for another conversation that I'm not going to be going over with, and I will be explaining that in Trader Society if I see something within that move, but I'm not going to be speaking on that in terms of this video. So in terms of the next level, it's going to be $425. 425 will be the next level. Now, if we go under 425, you're looking at a big drop. You're looking at a big overall drop to like 422.30. Now under 422.30, this is where we are very interested in doing the call options. In between the zone of 422.30, today's lows, along with the gap. There's still a gap to fill right here at like 421.80s. And then our next level below that is $420. Those are going to be the price ladders. Those are going to be the key levels. I explained to you the best levels to be trading at, where to buy calls, where to buy puts, and understand we are not blindly trading these levels with a bias. We do have a bias in a sense of what's a good level to buy calls at, the lower the oversold ones, and what's a bad level to what's a bad level to do calls at, the higher ones, right? And then we do have a sense what's a good level to do put options at and to go short, and then what's a bad level, right? But we're not blindly trading a bias just because we're bullish or bearish at a specific level. It's just an understanding that we're trying to focus on the oversold level for calls and the overbought levels for puts. Sometimes I will do trades if I'm bullish on a level. Sometimes I'll do puts. If I'm bearish on a level, sometimes I'll do calls because I trade what I see. That's what you need to understand. I trade what I see. I don't blindly trade a video. I have an understanding that, yeah, these are oversold levels, but I trade what I actually see. Like, for example, right here, this is support at like 425, right? If I wanted to do calls there, I'm well aware that if 425 cracks, you're looking at a hard drop to 422. So if I'm doing calls there and I get stopped out, I could just switch to puts if I wanted to, or I can just not trade. Why wouldn't I trade that if I was bearish? Maybe I don't like that level for puts because I trade levels as well. I don't just trade what I see. I do also trade levels. In those levels, I like to situate myself where it's oversold for calls and overbought for puts. So just understand that, right? So with that being said, that's our game plan. This is super simple. We will continue to crush it. Now, let's go over the trade recap. In terms of the trade recap, this was very, very simple day. Today was such a simple and such an easy day. Everyone should have been green. If you watched my video last night and you are not green, I would just look yourself in the mirror for like 30 minutes and figure out what you're doing wrong. And then I would reflect on your trading. And then I would also watch the video that I posted like 100 times. Because like I said, it shows you how I create those key levels. Now, let's get into this. Why did I decide to do put options at 9:32 a.m.? So in terms of 9:32 a.m., I decided to do put options at the exact highs. Why did I decide to do that? I used my strategy. I used a price action trading strategy that I've developed, and I was trading what I see. This had nothing to do with last night's video. It had absolutely nothing to do with last night's video. So in terms of what I ended up doing, this is very, very simple. I used the 30-minute chart and I used the 1-minute chart. What I did was I identified in terms of the SPY that there was a lot of resistance. So if you look right here in terms of the overall SPY, we had a lot of resistance coming in the pre-market. There was a lot of resistance on the 30-minute chart with all these bearish candlesticks towards 427.80, right? And you could see right before the market opened, it formed a very bearish candlestick pointing down, attempting to crack this pre-market support, right? See how it's trying to crack this pre-market support? So it was forming lower highs. It wasn't pushing back to the highs. It kept on forming red bearish 30-minute candlesticks. This right here is also a very bearish pattern within the past hour. So I told myself, this is bearish. So once I started to identify that it was bearish with the 30-minute chart, I then asked myself, how do I come up with entry? The way I came up with my entry was using the 1-minute chart, and I had a zone. So let's go over that. Let's go over how I came up with the entry. This is what I did, and it's very, very simple. What I did was I identified the support level. So in terms of where the support was on the 1-minute chart, after I already confirmed it was about to go bearish, this is how I found my entry. I looked at the 1-minute chart and I said, the SPY is forming support at 427.40. It's forming support, it's bouncing, it's forming support. It just cracked right through that support along with a very bearish 30-minute closing candle right before the market opened. That's why you have to watch extended hours. It's going to tell you what's going to happen. So where am I going to do puts? I'm not going to go short and do puts into this crack. I'm going to wait for it to bounce back up to the previous support, which was right here. And when it tests this level, 427.40 for the first time, it's going to react as a resistance. However, that's not the best level. That's a zone where you can do starter on puts. This is the best level. You can see right here, there was support and there was consolidation. Do you see this? Look at this. There was higher support and higher consolidation at 427.64, and it has not been retested yet. So since this is the higher level that has not been tested yet, where the bull trap got triggered and it started to sell off as soon as it cracked the support of 427.65, that's the true best level to do put options on and go short. So when I looked at the SPY and I said, okay, it tested this level, it already dropped with a nice wick, and it retested again, and then the wick went bearish at 9:32 a.m., I said, this is a no-brainer. It's time to short the market. It's time to do put options. As soon as I got in, Jim C., who's an amazing trader, you guys should be watching Jim C. very, very closely in the chat. He's one of the best bears within the chat. He mainly just shorts and does put options. He's amazing. He's very, very loyal, and I've known him since 2015. He's a very loyal member, and he's one of the best. He's one of the beasts. So keep an eye on him. As soon as I got in puts, he saw the same thing. He did puts. He wasn't blindly following me. He saw what I saw, and then shortly after, he ended up doing puts as well. He didn't steal anything from me. So with that being said, we both crushed it as a team. The whole team was short in the market. The whole team was buying put options using that strategy that I teach you. If you watched every single video that I posted in the past 90 days, twice in a row, you would have said, wow, he's doing the same exact thing. He's actually doing what he teaches. And one thing that has made me a better trader is teaching other people. Me making these videos and manifesting what I'm putting out as well has all made me a better trader. It's made me more disciplined. People are watching me. I have to not only put this stuff out, but I have to do what I'm supposed to do, like a man is supposed to do. I have to perform, right? And I have to lead overall right direction. And that's what I'm doing, using my price action trading strategies and using my key levels that work. So that's how I did put options. Previous support is supposed to react as a resistance, react as a new lower high. That's the strategy. And then in terms of, well, where do you sell? As a scalper, look at where the next support level is. Next support is right here, 427. That's where you sell. You sell out the support. You sell into the move. You do not hope that it's going to crack. If you're a day trader, you aim big. I'm not a day trader. You can be very, very successful scalping or day trading. You do not have to learn both. I choose to scalp. That's what I'm best at. There is differences in between the two, but in terms of the two, if there's one thing that's certain, you can become very wealthy doing one of the two as long as you are mastered in that niche. G-Roar is the lead day trader. Jim C does some scalps, but he's another lead day trader. Those guys are day traders. They hit very, very big wins. In terms of what I do, I scalp. I get in and out like a sniper. That means I time things perfectly. That means my entries are near perfect. And what that means is I make 10, 20, 30, 40% in a couple minutes, super quick. In terms of the day traders, they can pull 1, 2, 3, 4, 500% within 30 minutes. That's what they can do. So that's the difference in a sense. Now, scalping, you make money at the speed of light. Your money is made like that within the blink of an eye, and then you can just walk away. And you can do that multiple times on the day. Day trading, there's less opportunity. The gains are a lot bigger. It's going to take longer to hold the position. And, those are the main differences, right? As scalping, the money is made at a speed of light, at the blink of an eye. So those are the main differences. Obviously, you become a lot wealthier day trading, but you don't have to become a day trader. I don't have to do that in a sense. I already have something that works for me, and I stick to what works best for me, and it works for my personality as well. I like making money at the speed of fucking light because that's how it's made. It's made within an instant. It's made literally within an instant, within the blink of an eye. So that was the trading strategy that I used. And then in terms of the call options and how they work so well, I mean, guys, watch last night's video. It shows you how I created the key levels. I'm not going to go over teaching the strategy and showing you how it creates the levels. It literally worked. SPY to gap up. I explained to you why I was going to likely reverse the gap if it gaps up. And as you can see right here, what is it doing? It's consolidating. It's forming support. That's bullish confirmation. It's holding the gap. It's bouncing. It's forming support. That's when you're going to want to buy into that consolidation. And then you just sell into the rip. Very, very simple. And then the same thing happened at 424. As soon as it hit $424, as you can see right here, it bounced first. They tend to bounce first. And another thing you need to understand is when those calls go out of the money, they tend to be the best time to buy. So when it goes under my key level, that tends to be the best time to buy. You can see right here, as soon as it hit my key level, it bounced. But the best time to buy was when it went under and it had a bigger bounce. Bigger returns, better entry. You need to understand with my key levels, when these options go out of the money, they will likely go back in the money. Not 100% of the time, but the vast majority of the time they do. So you got to keep an eye on that, right? And then the true no-brainer was the call opportunity at the previous resistance to react to support. That was the day trading opportunity because it was the best, most oversold zone to go with. And G-Roar within the chat ended up hitting it for 500%. We had people make over 600%. We had one guy make 600% on that. I'm telling you, man, the results that some people got today, $2,400 profit. Like G-Roar ended up making 6 figures on the day. He made like 120 grand or something like that. This guy is killing it every single day. I see his portfolio 10%, 20%, 40%. They're killing it every single day, man. So I want to give a big shout out to G-Roar. I want to give a big shout out to Jim C. And I'm just going to make this very, very short and simple. Trader Society is going to be officially becoming a recurring program. It is going to become a recurring program. We're no longer going to be doing lifetime access within time. It's going to be happening soon. So if you do want lifetime access and you want the best deal possible, it is going to be the first link down below in the description. We have proved that we have a concept that works. I've helped create multimillionaires. We have moderators within the chat who've helped create millionaires as well. We had one guy, I helped launch his own business. It's now doing $30,000 a month. We know what we're doing, and there's a lot of great networking power that we have. We have people in here who are worth 9 figures in terms of all the business and companies that they own. We have people in here who are worth 8 figures. We have people in here who are worth 7 figures. We know what we're doing, and we have something that works, and I've been selling myself short, and I've been charging very, very little for it. So we're going to step it up. Winter arc is coming, and we're ready to take the company and we're ready to take the team to the next level. The polls are speaking for themselves. The results that we're delivering, the levels that we're putting out, the trading plans that we're giving out, we're taking money out of the market and we're making people money. So we're going to start charging more of what we're worth, and we're going to turn this into a recurring program. So like I said, it's going to be happening soon. If you want to get in before that happens, this is a hidden gem. You're very, very lucky to be watching this video lesson. Later on, people are going to be paying a lot more, but they're also going to make a lot more money. So it is what it is. Timing matters, right? Time is money. If you want to join now, it's the best time to join. It's a one-time fee. It's lifetime access. There's going to be new programs, mentorship programs, and we're going to be flipping to a recurring program. And just because we're going recurring doesn't mean the price is going down. The price is going up, and it's going to be going recurring. If you want to join, it's the first link down below in the description. If you're serious about investing into your education and surrounding yourself with a team who knows how to scalp and knows how to day trade, this is the team for you. We have them in here. I've been with these guys, the best people in here. G-Roar, I've known him since 2017. Jim C, I've known him since 2015. I've known these guys from the get. And we have many other traders who are great as well, but they are truly the best in terms of who's in here right now, right? We've had some people part ways. We've had some millionaires part ways. They're doing their own thing now. We've had others start their own companies. We've had a lot going on within the past month, and we're ready to scale, and we're ready to take this to the next level, and I'm looking forward to it because I know what we're capable of doing. I see our future, and I see our potential, and it's time to step it up. Our team has been stepping it up. We've never been better than ever. And that means that it's time to raise the price and it's time to go to a recurring model. So it's been very, very real in terms of the whole lifetime access thing. But like I said, it's going to be ending very, very soon. So if you want to join, it's a one-time fee. It's lifetime access. You're grandfathered in terms of Trader Society. You are grandfathered in for life. It is going to switch to recurring for new people very, very soon. And the price is not going down. The price only goes up. There's no coupons. There's no discounts. I'm going to leave it off at that. I'm truly honored and blessed to be working with the people that I work with and to have the network that I have and to have the trading strategies and the education that I have because it works and it's consistently making us money. So I'm going to leave it off at that.